to a domestic police force without approval from Congress. 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 Marines were sent to Los Angeles after protests in the city over Trump's immigration policies. Several hundred National Guard members remain in the city, but all the Marines have returned to their regular stations. This ruling orders the Trump administration to return control of the remaining troops to Governor Gavin Newsom and to stop using the military to execute or assist in the execution of federal law. The Palm Springs Police Department is tracking down the identity of this man shown on your screen here. They posted this video to their social media accounts this morning. You can see him stealing pool equipment from someone's property in Palm Springs. Another person is visible in this video. You'll see in just a second, however, his face is hidden. The Palm Springs Police Department is asking if you know these thieves or if you've been a victim of a similar crime to contact the city's detective. We've got the number right there at the bottom of your screen. High school students in La Quinta have an opportunity to get involved in their community through the Collective Youth Program. This meets on a monthly basis at La Quinta City Hall, and it gives young students the opportunity to meet with city leaders and discuss the issues that matter most to them. The deadline to apply is September 26th. And Cathedral City is looking to get their community involved in helping out in emergency situations. Enrollment is now open for the city's Community Emergency Response Team. The classes are held in November. They aim to instruct the public on how to prepare for earthquakes, fires, health crises, even more. It's in partnership with Professional Emergency Response Services, and it helps people on the scene provide help until professionals arrive. You can sign up now by visiting the newsroom tab of our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. All right, with that, we've got a live look outside now. Our Agua Caliente casino camera. Downtown Palm Springs, gray and dreary out there. You can see the rain still falling just a little bit, but man, kind of felt like a nice change this morning to wake up and have a little bit of wet weather out there. We've got Kai Beach in this week for Jerry Steffen, and he's tracking our rain chances for us. Kai?
Happy Tuesday, everyone. We're tracking thunder, lightning, and rain across Southern California. It will stay here in the Coachella Valley over the next few days. Take a look at this. Right now, we're seeing a lot of activity moving from the east towards the west. Humidity starts to rise, temperatures start to decrease. Now, in addition to that, we do have a heat advisory for much of Southern California. That's going to run through tomorrow. So because of that, never leave your kids or pets unattended in cars. Avoid strenuous outdoor activities. And remember, if the ground is too hot for your hand, it is definitely too hot for your pet's paws. Tonight's evening stroll, it's going to be moist, it's going to be muggy out there. 6 o'clock, just under triple digits. 8 o'clock, just over 90. By 10, just under 90. And at midnight, we're looking at 86 degrees. The wind gusts right now, Whitewater, 9 miles an hour. Yucca Valley, we're looking at 5 miles an hour. High temps today across the country. A lot of people leaving the valley, this is what they're going back to. Denver, the Mile High City, 87 degrees. Dallas, 89. Atlanta, Georgia, 81. Minneapolis, Minnesota, high 70s. And in San Francisco, the Bay Area, 70 degrees. Today, it's going to feel hot and it's going to feel humid. We are surrounded by showers and thunderstorms. A ridge of high pressure, that's going to create a heat dome, making things very uncomfortable over the next few days. Conditions will start to dry out, however, towards the end of the work week. High temperatures for today: Palm Springs 94, Thousand Palms 101, Joshua Tree, we're looking at 88. 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Wednesday, 100 degrees. Temperatures do start to drop towards the end of the work week, and those overnight lows go from low 80s to high 70s. I'll have a full forecast coming up in just a bit.
Kai, thank you. And with the wet weather out there, the Indio Police Department is advising the valley to keep safety tips in mind before heading out on the wet roads. Slow down, leave extra space between your car and another driver's. Turn on your headlights, be cautious of pedestrians. Do not drive through overly flooded dips and streets. Check your tires and wipers to make sure they're in good condition as well. If you have any weather photos, please send them news@NBCPalmSprings.com. We'd love to show them off. Indio is moving forward with plans to build a new Walmart gas station. The planning committee approved it in an August 27th vote, hoping to draw in drivers traveling along the 10. The station will be located next to the Walmart Supercenter, which is just off the freeway. The Valley-wide Riverside County Employment Expo is just about 2 weeks away. It's one of the largest job fairs in the region, giving you the opportunity to meet face-to-face with employers hiring in fields that range from hospitality to healthcare. It's scheduled for September 17th. It's at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. The link to register is at the newsroom tab of our website. Well, a tragic crash has left a local family struggling to rebuild their taco business. NBC Palm Springs' Antonio Marquez has details.
That's right. In just seconds, everyone's life changed. And now the family business faces obstacles moving forward after this tragedy. On Thursday, August 21st, a white Toyota Corolla ran a stop sign at the intersection of 52nd Avenue and Cajon Street, crashing into a utility pole before striking the pickup truck of Fernando Solorzano. The force of the impact pushed the truck more than 15 feet down the road and into the family's taco trailer. The driver of the Corolla later died from injuries sustained in the crash. Fernando Solorzano and his wife Lourdes Tamayo were knocked unconscious and continued to deal with lingering pain from the collision.
Ya cuando me pude levantar, andaba toda mareada, ya miré la traila levantada para arriba. Quise salir.
Lourdes Tamayo just remembers trying to get up, and as she exited the trailer, took a fall after misjudging how far down the floor was, since the trailer was at an angle.
Entonces no tuvimos la culpa, lo sentimos mucho también.
Mr. Solorzano also explained how beyond the physical injuries, this accident has created financial hardships for the family. Their taco truck, which is their main source of income, was severely damaged and is out of commission. Now, a GoFundMe campaign has been set up to support the Solorzano family with medical bills and to help get their business back on its feet. Despite the setbacks, Mr. Solorzano says their dreams are only pause, not over. The family is grateful for any support as they navigate this difficult time, and he will continue his business at a smaller scale for now to try to overcome all the expenses. Visit the GoFundMe page if you would like to help the family. Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
All right, thanks to Antonio for that report this morning. If you've ever wanted to be a teacher, well, there's no better time than right now. The Palm Springs Unified School District has opened applications for their teacher residency program. You can earn your master's degree and teaching credential in just 1 year. They're holding an informational meeting on the program 2 weeks from now. It's September 17th if you'd like to learn more details. And attention La Quinta residents, Fritz Burns Park is entering its first phase of improvements next week. The park will be getting features like a new water playground and a park plaza area. The closures start September 8th. They include the playground area, dog park, portions of parking lots, and grass areas. You can learn more about the improvements at the newsroom tab of our website. Martha's Village and Kitchen's Child Development Center is asking for your help for its expansion project. Their goal is to raise $680,000 to help children in need. It includes scholarships, classroom materials, and opportunities for families working towards financial stability by doubling the capacity of these resources. So far, the organization has raised a little over $13,600, so still a long ways to go to meet their goal. If you want to make a donation to this expansion project, you can visit our website. Yesterday was Labor Day, and many local businesses were celebrating the community. NBC Palm Springs' Kai Beach has more.
It's the bread and butter of this local economy. Everyone wants to come and visit this beautiful desert.
Across the Coachella Valley, tourism is the largest industry, supporting 1 in 4 local jobs. And this Labor Day, a local winemaker and hotel teamed up to honor the workers behind it.
This sense of pride with the team and all the things that our team accomplishes here. They come in, day out, every single day, focused on creating guest experiences.
David Putnicki, general manager of Hotel Paseo, says from bartenders to housekeepers, these employees keep the Valley's biggest industry thriving.
They do a flawless job on it, and it's just an honor to be able to work alongside them here every day.
The industry of service is very important to the Coachella Valley economically.
Herman, owner of Lafay Wine Bar and Mosfino Wines, sponsored this event, saying gratitude is everything.
The valley is an area where we have a lot of restaurants, a lot of hotels, a lot of visitors from out of town. And what we're doing today is actually trying to showcase an appreciation, get together, kind of mingle and, share our ideas and our experiences.
Tourism pumps more than $9 billion into the regional economy. This according to Visit Greater Palm Springs. And because it's such a vital part of our desert's livelihood, industry leaders say this celebration of workers should continue well after Labor Day. I'm Kai Beach for NBC Palm Springs.
Still ahead on your midday news, National Guard troops could be deployed soon to Chicago. How the city is preparing, that's right after the break. And let's take a live look outside. Look at the rain on the camera from our Indian Wells Golf Resort view here. Not something we see every day. Probably not the best day to go out and play 18, but hey, I bet some people still will. We have got your 7-day forecast a little later on, so stay with us.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. The Garnet Fire has entered its 9th day, burning over 25,000 acres in Fresno County. It's only 12% contained today due to the heat and wind posing as the greatest challenge. Fire departments statewide are on scene, with many firefighters coming from San Diego and some valley communities. City of Fresno, Reedley, and Selma also helping out.
You're dealing with very steep, rugged terrain, so it's hard for our firefighters to access, heavily reliant upon aerial assets. The incident management team has a directive that we extinguish this fire, so they want to suppress it and extinguish it as soon as they can.
Some residents were ordered to evacuate as Fresno County declared a state of emergency. County firefighters vowing to continue their fight. President Donald Trump is giving an award to former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani. President Trump handing that out, saying that Giuliani is the greatest mayor in the history of New York City. He's giving him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor. The award comes just 2 days after Giuliani was seriously injured in a car crash. Giuliani was once praised for leading New York after the September 11th terrorist attacks. He has since been sanctioned by courts for pushing false claims about the 2020 presidential election. The courts rejected the fraud claims multiple times. And President Trump is requesting pharmaceutical companies release COVID drug success rates to the public. This comes amid the recent tension between the CDC and HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. On Truth Social, the president wrote that he has seen information from pharmaceutical companies that has never been released to the public, despite some of the information being available. He didn't specify what data he would like to be released or the specific drugs he's referring to. Kristi Noem has confirmed plans to expand ICE operations in major cities. The Department of Homeland Security Secretary making the comments after Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson threatened legal action against any surge of federal law enforcement or National Guard troops in the city. Mayor Johnson also signed an executive order directing his city's legal department to explore ways to counter those surges. Earlier this month, the Trump administration directed federal officers as well as ICE employees to help police in D.C. with crime-fighting operations. That surge included thousands of National Guard troops that were sent to D.C. to help lower crime rates. And Chicago officials are bracing for President Trump to follow through on his comments to send troops to their city. Reporter John Lawrence explains.
Last month, the Trump administration called for federal troops to take over Washington, D.C., and now Chicago could be next.
We will continue to go after the worst of the worst across the country, like President Trump has told us to do, focusing on those that are perpetuating murder and rape and trafficking of drugs.
President Trump has repeatedly blasted Chicago about crime, and a federal immigration enforcement operation in the Windy City might start later this week, according to sources close to the matter.
Have not called the city of Chicago or anyone else. So it's clear that in secret they're planning this. Well, it's an invasion with U.S. troops if they, in fact, do that.
Chicago officials are preemptively fighting back. Over the weekend, Mayor Brandon Johnson signed an executive order that says police will not collaborate with federal agents. As for Chicago residents, opinions are mixed.
We don't need a Band-Aid to cover up the problem. What we need is a solution. No offense to the president, but we actually need someone that's in this community.
The residents deserve more. They deserve to feel safe. The crime should not take over the city. The crime should not make residents feel like they can't live everyday life.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Let's take a break from the headlines and take you outside this morning. A live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Not something we see every day. Not a lot of visibility out there either. The clouds hanging low, water on our camera. We've got your 7-day forecast right after the break. we get into the forecast, let's take you on a little tour around the valley so you can see all of the dreary and wet views out there. Here's Rancho Mirage. You can see the wind blowing just a bit. Little unusual weather, but welcome here in the desert. We needed some moisture, wind picking up in Palm Springs there, and then here's Rancho Mirage, heavy clouds. Let's go ahead and check in with Kai Beach, who's tracking our rain and 7-day forecast.
What a day. We're seeing thunder, lightning, and rain across the Coachella Valley. For today's high, we're looking at 98 degrees. We're below average for this time of year, but not near that record high of 118 degrees. But the big story is that humidity. Take a look at this across Southern California. And across California, we're seeing a lot of activity, especially in our high desert and mountain communities. That will continue the week ahead. Take a look at this from the National Weather Service. We could see showers and thunderstorms across the next few days. High temperatures for today: east end of the valley, Thousand Palms 101, west end Palm Springs 94, up the hill Joshua Tree 88, and a short 2-hour drive away, Big Bear City, we're looking at 68 degrees tonight. Big Bear City going down to 53 degrees. That seems nice snoozing weather. Palm Springs, we're looking at 81, Thousand Palms 76, and in 29 Palms, thank you for your service, just under 80 degrees. For tomorrow, temperatures will start to drop. Palm Springs 100 degrees, but that humidity will remain. You need some relief, you can head to the coast. Most likely going to see some spotty showers there. Now you're also going to see some big waves. Newport Beach lifeguards over this past holiday weekend made hundreds. That's right, hundreds of rescues. So if you don't know what you're doing, please be safe in the water. For tomorrow, we're seeing some hundreds, 90s and 80s on the boards. Highs, we're looking at Cathedral City and Rancho Mirage, 104. Lows up in the beautiful city of Idlewild at 85 degrees. Morning walk forecast, 6 o'clock, we're looking at 87 degrees. 8 o'clock, just under 90. 10 o'clock, just over 90. And at noon, we're looking at 95 degrees. Wednesday, it's going to remain hot and humid here. We are surrounded by showers and thunderstorms. A ridge of high pressure near the Four Corners. That's going to make things uncomfortable, moist, and muggy over the next few days. 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Wednesday, 100 degrees. Temperatures under that century mark by Friday. And overnight lows go from low 80s to high 70s.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Welcome back. HBO has announced some of the actors who will be cast in the upcoming Harry Potter show. Among them, Warwick Davis will reprise his role as Professor Filius Flitwick. Davis played Flitwick in the original Harry Potter film series. He's also appeared as the title character in Willow and in the Star Wars and Leprechaun franchises. The Harry Potter TV series debuts on HBO and HBO Max in 2027. And the stars of the highest-grossing horror franchise in movie history are back for what's billed as their final film in this series. David Daniel brings us a preview.
When did this start?
Heather's confirmation.
7th of September.
There's something in the attic. Ed, there's an evil here. Something I've felt before.
Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga take one more turn as paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren in The Conjuring: Last Rites.
This thing in your house is a demon. It's the first one that we ever encountered.
If you've looked back on the cases that they've made into films, this really was the last one that was really well known.
I mean, you can throw all the haunted dolls and crooked men at the screen, but it's the love story, I think, that has made people stay.
Both Patrick and Vera were so just welcoming and helped make it a safe space to just feel free to try things and just not be afraid of falling flat on your face.
After all these years, it wasn't done with our family.
It was like a horror acting masterclass to watch the king and queen, do their stuff.
St. Michael, defend us. Be our safeguard against the devil.
Maybe we'll just come back for fan events when we're in our 70s. I don't know.
Yeah. we left it all on the screen.
Yeah.
We've been waiting so patiently for you.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Before we go, the Coachella Valley Firebirds and their One Valley Foundation are launching the ultimate Firebirds Classroom Grant. Now through September 15th, you can nominate a classroom here in the Valley to get a $2,500 grant. 2 classrooms in the elementary, middle, and high school levels will each receive grant funding to help buy school supplies and other classroom essentials. Head to our website for more details, and we'll have more at 5 and 6 o'clock here on NBC Palm Springs about the grant and how it works. We'll also have more on that rainy weather out there, so we hope to see you then.